name's Buddy Ray, and I'm the self-proclaimed Tiger King. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Why do they call you the Tiger King?
Because I am the Tiger King. You know, that's who I am. That's me.
Okay, fair enough. How many tigers would you say you've had?
At one point in time, I had 837 daggum tigers. Yeah, 837 tigers.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of tigers. How did this all start?
Well, it started back when I was born, back in Corsicana, Texas, in when the fuck was I born? In 1969, and that's my favorite number.
Okay. How did you start liking tigers?
Well, I took a liking to it. My mom, we took me to a carnival, you know, and they had little stuffed animals and stuff like that. And me and my friends, you know, my mom was like, you can bring a friend with you tonight, you know, make sure his mom would give him some money for the concession stand and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But she took us up yonder to the little country carnival thing like that, and there's like some supermarket store's parking lot or something like that. And we'd go over there and we'd play games and stuff, and my friends are shooting some hoops and stuff like that, man. Knocked a few down, and you know, when you win those games and stuff, they give you those little tigers and stuffed animals and stuff. You know, little bears, lions, tigers, and bears. I think a girl made a song about it, something like that, right? Right. Okay. They give you those stuffed animals, and then once you win them, you know, you keep them, take them home, do whatever you want to with them, you know what I mean? Well, my friend, he'd won one, and I'd won one too, and we both had a stuffed animal. And after a while, after I had him, I was like, you know, this animal's not doing nothing for me. You don't talk back, you don't run with you, don't play with you, do nothing, you know?
Right.
So I was like, this isn't, you know, doing nothing for me, okay? So about a week later, I'd asked my mom, hey, look here, can you take us down to the petting zoo? And it was a petting zoo that wasn't too far from us, you know what I mean? So she'd load us up, and we all get down there and go to the petting zoo. And I was walking around, you know, seeing a couple of giraffes and orangutans and flamingos and stuff like that, you know, a little goat and stuff. And, you know, they were cool and everything, but I'd look over to the glass over yonder, and there's a deadgum big tiger. And he's looking at me, you know what I'm saying, and people walking around and tapping the glass and stuff, and he's looking so freaking beautiful, you know what I mean? And he's a little big. I was a little boy at the time, you know, I was about knee-high to a duck, and I still loved him. It was love at first sight, okay? So I knew that if there's a big tiger, somewhere had to be a little tiger, you know? So I was walking around, and funny story, I was walking around, and I seen a guy, you know, who worked there, right? So I was walking past the restrooms, and I'd seen him over there in the corner, right? He's like a little crevice you go behind the bathroom. He was over there, okay? And he had a little girl who was finger banging her, and he didn't know I seen him. So I was like, hey! And he turned around real quick, and he didn't know I was there. He was like, dude, what do you want? Get out of here. I was like, look, dude, I'm not going to spoil your fun or nothing like that. I just need to know where they keep the baby tigers, you know? And he's like, dude, get out of here, kid, get out of here. And I was like, look here, buddy. If you don't tell me where they keep these baby tigers, I'm going to have to, you know, rat you out. You know, I'm not, in my hood, I'm not a snitch or nothing like that, but I want to see that baby tiger, you know? So after about 2.5 minutes, you know, he's like, all right, dude, I'll show you where the baby tigers are. He took me over to the gate where they were, and he, you know, he let me take him out and pet him and stuff like that and hold him. I was like, hey, look, man, I ain't gonna blow your cover or nothing like that, and I can get you fired. I know you need a job. He's wearing some like all black K-Swiss and stuff like that, so you know he didn't have no money. So I was like, I know you need a job, so let me just take this one home, you know, and I won't tell on you nothing like that, and I can tell. He didn't care. He just wanted to keep his job and wanted to keep finger banging that girl over yonder. So he let me take him home, and my mom, once we got back in the car, you know, she turned the music on loud and stuff. I told her I had one like a stuffed animal, and man, she thought that sucker was real. She's like, hey, it looks realistic. I was like, yeah, little do you know, this sucker is realistic. It's real, you know. And, you know, he'd already eaten and everything, so I didn't have to feed him at that time. So I'd get home, you know, with the tiger. It's in the backyard and stuff like that, and My mom was like, "Why you got this stuffed tiger in the backyard?" I was like, "Mom, I'm just trying to be, be like it's realistic. I want it to seem like it's real. And 2 days after that, she's wondering where my dog was, and I was like, huh, well, sorry to break the news to you, Mama, but that tiger was real, and I had to feed it. So my pet dog, I had to get him up. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but granted, I gained a great relationship with a tiger, and it blossomed on, and man, it just spread into a world of greatness for me, and I was able to live a life loving tigers like I was meant to do.
Okay, interesting story. So, how did your mom feel about you getting rid of your dog?
I mean, well, she didn't like it. She was pretty mad at that point. She bought the dog for me, and I just fed it to a tiger, and she's like, "You got to get rid of this. I spent money on your dog, and you gonna feed it to a tiger? That's not right. And I was like, well, tigers got to eat too. And he wasn't gonna eat me. You know what I mean? So I had to give it something. And Mom had pork chops and shit like that in the house. Wasn't gonna give her none of that. It was my food. But yeah, man, I had to give it up, and she was mad. So after that, after about a month, the tiger, that son of a bitch grew another 150 pounds like that, like quick. And she's like, "Hey, you gotta leave." And I was like, "What? Excuse me?" She's like, "Yeah, you gotta get out." I'm like, "You're gonna kick a 10-year-old out of your house because he wants a pet tiger? Really?" I've been raising tigers by myself ever since I was about 10 years old.
10. Wow, that's crazy. So, how was the experience having a tiger as a pet?
Hey, you just get a tiger and walk him around and stuff like that. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. You got a tiger. Forget a pit bull. You know what I mean? People are really scared of pit bulls. You walking a dog on a leash and they're like, "Hey, is your dog back?" You walk around with a tiger? I mean, I'm 10 years old and I got a deck he's already 4.5 foot, standing up, on all fours, 4.5 foot tall, and weighing about 360 pounds. Do you think anybody's gonna ask me if my tiger bites? Hell yeah. He's gonna tear your ass apart. I mean, that's only right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be scared as shit of a tiger. But how did you handle it, though? I know a lot of people didn't like that you had a tiger as a pet.
Well, a lot of people didn't like it, but who am I, to live my life doing stuff for other people? I like tigers, so I'm gonna raise me a tiger. If that's what you want to do, man, that's what you want to do. If you want to have a billy goat on your property and raise him, hell, raise a billy goat. Do what you want to do, brother.
Why aren't you in business anymore?
Well, I hate to say this, but there was one person who's responsible for me not being at the top where I once was.
And who is that?
Who is it? You, are you serious right now? Are you kidding me?
No, we really want to know.
Dude, the person responsible for me not being at the top no more like I was is Carol freaking Baskins. You know that. You know her, don't you? Hell, she probably tried to get you in some trouble one time or two, huh?
No comment, man. No comment.
Dude, Carol freaking Baskins, dude. All right? And ain't no freaking joke, man. She ruined my life.
And how exactly did she do that?
Huh. That's a whole different story, buddy. That's a whole different story.